Do you remember that one video that went viral around the internet about a year or two ago about those kids that were found in the basement? And it was a whole hazing ritual, and the police were involved, but responding to a separate issue. But eventually, the house head was in trouble, and the whole fraternity got in trouble. It was later found that alcohol was suspected to have been used or was a part of the ritual at least a little bit beforehand. To no surprise to many, it's what we hear in the news when it comes to these hazing rituals. It's often alcohol. The question is, why is it always alcohol? And why is it so prevalent amongst these students? It's actually because of how underage drinkers perceive alcohol, and it's called the forbidden fruit effect. The forbidden fruit effect, I believe, is actually so powerful. I think it constitutes changing the drinking age down to 18. Understandably, a lot of people would be bewildered by such a statement, but in actuality, according to the Daily Bruin, published February 11, 2024, alcohol's high age limit fosters a community within college that attending students under the drinking age to drink high amounts of alcohol. It's known as binge drinking and has led to the increase of deaths and injuries. Overall, I believe a high drinking age requirement doesn't make sense logically and isn't a good solution. I believe there are psychological causes that contribute to the issue, and I also believe that reforming that idea of 18 being the actual legal drinking limit is a good idea that just is misunderstood. To start, the problem itself is not the maturity of the people. We can't put to blame these kids because they're falling for what everybody falls for. It's like being told not to reach for a cookie in the cookie jar. With alcoholic drinks being restricted to 21, it has caused more deaths and injuries. It is well known that people have not fully developed their brains until the age of 25. According to the University of Rochester, medicine.edu, access June 25th, 2026, it's important to know that every parent and person knows that teenagers are rebellious. And the hugest badge of honor in that rebellion and challenging views is alcohol because of its high age restriction. Not everybody can get it, but it is in high demand, and it's a significant part of that rebellion. I mentioned how that effect, the forbidden fruit effect, was pinned on drinks. Well, according to UVM.edu, access June 25th, 2026, the forbidden fruit effect leads people to want and desire something more. And that's a really huge issue for alcohol and trying to prevent underage drinking. Because if we're just enticing them more, then how are we really preventing issues and injuries and deaths associated with drinking? The high age requirement and the forbidden fruit effect actually combine and create two issues, and then lead to create another third issue, which is binge drinking. With alcohol being a high commodity and people not being able to get their hands on it as often, when they do, it leads people to want to have alcohol in higher amounts. And that consumption of alcohol is actually leading to more deaths and injuries amongst students' body. What is the cause of 21 being the limit? What made legislators choose 21? It can be pointed to car accidents. For a while, there was a lot of car-related death incidents and involving drunk driving. A lot of legislators point to this and believe that it's valid and that hiring the age limit has actually helped. It's a very deceiving statistic though. UVM.edu accessed the same day It's a combination of other unaccounted for factors like better driving education and safer practices for drivers, and as well as better car manufacturing policies, is actually what's helping, and not so much just the drinking limit. But it's becoming clear that the statistics are becoming misrepresented. So, raising the drinking age and it seems to have just no effect. So why aren't our lawmakers doing anything about it? Well, according to FinTech, published April 20th, 2023, legally the states could change the drinking age, just like they have legalized marijuana, even though it's federally illegal. The issue more stems from another perspective, however. These legislators and states want money, and unfortunately, if they do lower the drinking age, they get a decrease of funding. There's a penalty. It's interesting to note because I think it's important to present another view, that maybe it's just for funds. Finally, I want to end off with the solution. I believe the solution is lowering the age down to 18. The population in society has changed in significant ways, and even in the safety of cars. There's so much in society that has created barriers and safety nets for lower aged people that I believe that 21 is actually becoming more of a hindrance than a solution. And with the added effect of more penalties and illegal IDs, it's not worth it, as according to dailycampus.com, published March 6, 2024, society just needed to progress and educate the youth and create safer vehicles. Overall, the age requirement has become a problem that led to unhealthy and dangerous behaviors for underage people. It caused notions of unsafe driving and accidents that involved alcohol that didn't take into account a multitude of other factors. 18 was the right move. It was society that failed the kids, not the drinks. I would like to finish by saying that age was never the problem to start, but it has definitely become the issue we need to end.